The last two things that have happened since I last recorded a vlog was getting caught in the Texas storm.
Yes.
Crazy.
Did you get any
Got none of it.
That?
0. I recorded none of it.
Why
okay?
Not?
Because
it's like out of your brain.
Well, the thing is that I like to say I'm like riding the fine line between capturing the moment and living the moment. No, capturing the moment, which would be either photography or videography, vlogs, whatever. So I'm living the fine line between capturing the moment and living the moment to tell the story about it later.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I can vibe with that.
and I broke my drone. So I thought a cool thing that I would do for this video is I would illustrate for you guys what happened. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story and show you the illustrations. So without further ado, let's jump into Act 1. My drone, my beautiful and wonderful mechanical bird, it's gone! I broke it, and here's how it happened. So my cousin Andrew, you guys remember him from the ranch video, he came over the house with his bird so we can do what any two dudes with drones would logically do. Fly them as high as we could, fly them as far as we could, and fly them as freaking fast as we could. We raced them 40 miles an hour around trees, crashed them, they didn't even break. We hovered them inches over a pool to see who would get lower. I did! We flew a mile into the sky. It was all fun and games. And you know, here's a quick side note. I feel it relevant to add that my dad and my grandpa had just as much to do with the shenanigans as we did. They were hyping us up, they were setting the races, and they were giving us the challenges. So they're as much at fault as we are to what happens next. So here we are, my good old cousin and I, about to drag race our drones with Gramps and Pops cheering us on from the side. We burst our drones down the street at a top speed of 47 miles an hour when all of a sudden, I see one drone head full speed, straight line toward a house window, and boom! It made impact and obliterated. I actually thought at first it was my cousin's drone. So I was busting up laughing until I look at the controls and the monitor and I realized that it was my drone that had crashed full send into a stranger's house. Did I mention I was in the Texas storm? Let me go ahead and show you guys that one. So as you guys are probably all aware, there was a little winter chill in Texas recently. You know, nothing major, only roads were frozen under 3 inches of ice, entire cities were without water or power for several days, and in some places, icicles were even forming inside of people's homes. Well, your boy happened to drive to Texas just in time to live it all. The journey started on a wild voyage with my old man from Bakersfield to Los Angeles, through Arizona, New Mexico, and even a stop in El Paso. Well, the journey to Houston wasn't always so easy. In fact, there were many roadblocks to this trip. Okay, so about 20 hours into the drive, about 3 hours away from nearest city, I ran out of gas. Yay! So what does one do when they run out of gas? They go put gas. Yay! Well, it wasn't that simple. You see, the storm wiped out the entire Texas power grid. So gas stations weren't working since, you need electricity to run the gas stations. So no power equals no gas. In a scramble, I began asking people for clues toward the next possible gas station. A kind woman informed me that about 15 minutes north from here, you'll find the only working gas station in all of Texas. My Bessie just filled up there. She called me, see? Well, you see, you guys need to understand that I didn't have 15 minutes down the road type of gas in my tank. At this point, my car was running on hopes, dreams, prayers, and fumes, baby. Shama. I took the risk and got gas. Praise the Lord. The next 13 hours on the road towards Houston were icy, dark, and sleepy. I saw easily more than 10 vehicles jackknifed on the side of the road. The car even put to shreds. I honestly prayed that every driver walked away in good health. Well, the plan was to save our appetite so that when we arrived to Houston, we'd get a big old beautiful breakfast at the one and only Waffle House. Well, when we arrived to the city, it was completely dark. And I'm not talking about cloudy night type of dark, which it was, by the way. I'm talking there's no power in the entire city and not one of the vehicles on the road type of dark. It looked like what I imagined the zombie apocalypse would look like. Major I Am Legend vibes. Well, after searching and searching, we figured there was no hope for food, so we submitted to the fact that we were gonna have to sleep hungry and figure it out in the morning. So we get home only to realize that we were locked out. Yay! So we had to sleep in my car. Yay! Super starving. Yay! In 8-degree weather. Yay! All right, so jokes aside, all things considered, I'd say we were very fortunate. We found a way to be warm and we got through the night. In the morning, by the grace of God, we managed to get into the house, which was a miracle in of itself. All right, y'all, so I want to conclude this film on this note. In all that you do, praise the Lord. In all that life throws at you, praise the Lord. When you're happy, successful, and striving, praise the Lord. When you're cold and hungry and sleeping in your car, praise the Lord. May your happiness draw from the everlasting stream of God's love. Learn this, do this, and you'll start to live the life that God intended for you. I love you guys. Stay creative, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know what vibe your illustrations have? They very much have a storyboard Pixar vibe. You know, like when The Incredibles and they're showing you like the rough draft of the movie and the end of the movie? That's how I receive it.
I'm receiving.
Yeah.
Profeta de Dios.
Oh.
Profetiza. She's like, I see a Disney, a Pixar,
I'm
you know?
sorry, but do you know what you were really good at? Whoa.